The last topic we're going to discuss is Oscar De La Hoya reacts to Benavidez being drunk in public. So someone asked Oscar De La Hoya about it, and let's listen to what Oscar had to say. This video appears courtesy of Fight Hype. Subscribe to Fight Hype. Excuse me, for the latest in boxing news.
Benavidez, you've been at the top of this game forever. You're still probably one of the faces of boxing. You know, he got interviewed on the Zone the other night, a little drunk. What's your message to David as a friend and just the fighters out there that are building their career?
He had a couple beers. So what? He's human.
Yeah.
He's back in training. That's it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
You had Bernard out here for a few days.
All right. So that's his advice. And I have to be clear, if you're familiar with Oscar De La Hoya's history with alcohol, substance abuse, and they people talk about the fishnets and a whole bunch of other things that go on with Oscar. There's this one video of this girl talking about what she did to Oscar. And when I say there's six degrees of separation between Oscar De La Hoya and P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, focusing on this, I think it's horrible advice. It's horrible advice. And as I stated before, it's not the fact that David Benavidez had a drink, because I don't think that it's a Saturday. Like I said in the video, I don't think people should be judging him too harshly. He was there to support a friend. He wasn't fighting. He probably trained all week. And then on Saturday, he was there as a fan. But if you're there as a fan, be there as a fan. When Chris Mannix comes up to you and you know you've been drinking, tell him before they put the camera on you, say, look, I'm here as a fan. I respectfully decline the interview today. Next time I got you, but I'm just here to support Pacheco. If he pushes, say, look, again, this is the last time I'm gonna say I respectfully decline. I'm not here to be the focal point of anything. I'm only here to watch my friend. I'm here as a fan. I am strictly a normal fan. I know they get them cameras and they run it in everyone's face. I don't even know if they get permission to do that. They just show the celebrities there, but you don't have to give that interview. So that's what I was saying to David Benavidez. Like, you can decline that. And furthermore, there are a lot of people who don't know that they can decline field sobriety tests, especially out here in Massachusetts. I know state law is different everywhere else, but it's your right. You respectfully decline. Why would you take a field sobriety test when anything you say or do can be used against you? Like, you do a field sobriety test and you step off the line, they're just going to use that later on in trial and say that you were off balance and you had bad balance. Nothing you do out there can really help you. You think that if you do the field sobriety test right, they're going to let you go? Not if they smell alcohol on your breath. Not if they think your eyes are bloodshot and glassy. Not if they think your speech is slurred. They're going to take you to the station and try to get you to take a breathalyzer test. That's what they're going to do. So if you ever get to the point where they're asking you to do a field sobriety test, you might as well just respectfully decline and let them do what they're going to do. Either they're going to take you in or they're going to let you go. But odds are, if you reach the point of being asked to perform a field sobriety test, they weren't going to let you go anyway. So, you know what I mean? And I know this because I'm a lawyer and I've done several trials involving OUIs. So operating under the influence. So I give the advice as an experienced professional. You can take it or you can leave it. But another reason why I disagree with what Oscar De La Hoya said is because David Benavidez is a public figure. And as a public figure, you're looking for endorsements, right? You're looking for brands to see you as someone they want to invest money in. Look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua isn't just, one of the highest paid fighters because of the salary he makes in the ring. When you see him with them AirPods, I'm sure he's endorsing them AirPods. I remember he used to come with the Beats all the time. He was endorsed by Beats. When you got endorsements, you got to worry about your public image. People lose endorsements based on that. What if David Benavidez was sponsored by Nike or sponsored by a company and they saw him like that and it goes against their company's brand? And then they decide like, all right, we got to part ways with you, David Benavidez. Because when you're a fighter, when you're an athlete, People don't want to see their athletes drunk. Athletes are supposed to be the peak of physical fitness. Athletes are supposed to represent discipline. Athletes are supposed to represent the best in athletic performance. And when you see an athlete drunk, you're just kind of like, it's the countdown to when they'll implode. Adrian Broner, for example. Earl Spence, for example. Car accidents. Even Javante Davis used to hang around Earl Spence and Adrian Broner, realized he had to distance himself and start taking his career more seriously. So again, to just be like, yo, it's just a drink. It could be just a drink, or it could be more. We don't know. Let's not act like substance and alcohol abuse doesn't run rampant in the boxing community. And Oscar De La Hoya is a prime example of that. Oscar De La Hoya is saying, oh, it's nothing. It's he had a couple of drinks. He's human. First of all, every human doesn't drink. And secondly, it reminded me of this clip I saw of Shannon Briggs when they told him that Gerald Miller popped dirty again. He was like, oh, that's nothing. Small thing, baby. Small thing, champ. Saying someone popped dirty for PEDs is nothing. A small thing. Only someone who uses PEDs would say that. Only someone who thinks that it's normal for people to use PEDs would say that. Only someone like Oscar De La Hoya, who has the history that Oscar De La Hoya, would say it's nothing. Now, I don't think it's a big deal, but it's certainly not nothing. What he needs to do moving forward is decline that interview. For starters, if you're going to be out there and you're going to be having a good time, it's your night to have a good time. You are off the clock. When you are off the clock, you are off the clock. That's it. When you drink, you off the clock. And I know there's going to be some people like, oh, well, Canelo's been out there drunk. I don't condone anyone being drunk. But I've seen Canelo drunk at private events, at private parties. I haven't seen him give an interview where they put the camera in his face and he was drunk. And that's not to say he wasn't drunk at the fights. He's just smart enough to know you're not going to interview me when I'm drunk. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying to David Benavidez. But it doesn't shock me that that's De La Hoya's reaction to David Benavidez being drunk. But David apologized for being drunk. And again, someone else said, you don't know, you're just speculating. You know how many cases I tried with people under the influence of alcohol? If I was an attorney and I saw that video and the prosecution was going to play that in front of a jury, I would tell Benavidez, let's see if we can get a plea. Because this video, you're done. They're going to play an interview of Benavidez where he's like, yeah, if I'm not worth anything, why he didn't come with this money? How come he's asking for this? And they're going to see how he speaks, how sharp he is, how fluid he is, and then they're gonna play that video. I'm thinking you to use this distance more. Come on, man, stop playing. That's when like you're fanboying so hard, reality doesn't even set in. You're just being ridiculous. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.